Hi, my name is Alex. I run Booster Cartel. We offer Figma design and bubble development services for SaaS businesses. I wanted to put together this video to show you how to use ChatGPT to generate an executive summary or project overview for your idea. The purpose of doing this is to give developers like myself or investors a high-level view of what your idea is and what that first version of your app is going to look like. It also helps you define what features are going to be in that first version of the app. So for this example, we'll do a Airbnb style app for trailer rentals. So I'll show you how to put this together and how I go about thinking about putting together the MVP feature list and the details for that first version of the app. So I have an idea for a Airbnb style app that offers trailer rentals. It will be built on bubble.io. Give me a detailed MVP feature list for the first version of my app. This is important. Do not add any unnecessary features or complexity to the MVP version. So, and the reason why we want to make sure that there's no unnecessary features or complexity in the first version of the app is because we want to get this app to users as quickly as possible. The more features we add, the more complexity we add into that MVP, the more expensive it's going to be and the longer it's going to take to get in front of users. So if we focus on what is most important to the users rather than features that may be good or maybe nice to have, we can refine that main functionality and have it working well and leave some of the less important functionality for later development. So right away, one thing I can notice is like third-party services log. Well, that is nice to have. It's not super vital. So anything that is going to take extra time and extra bandwidth away from that main core functionality, I think is something that's generally you just want to keep out of the MVP, because we want to make that main functionality as good as possible and leave development for things that are nice to have, like a Google login, till like phase 2 or phase 3. So we have a owner user type, we have a renter user type, booking system, messaging system. So one thing I'll notice is while an admin panel is nice to have, if we're starting with little or no users, an admin panel is a lot of pages to design, a lot of pages to build, and a lot of function to build into the app. And if we launch with little or no users, there's like no benefit to having an admin panel. So we need to start thinking what features, what development is actually going to be worth it for that first version of the app. So I'd say admin panel for this, while it's nice and it is vital once there's actually users on there, for the first version of the app, we don't actually have to worry about that right now. While that is important, we can kind of save that for later. So do not add any optional features to social login and admin function. Say ways to develop. So give me the user types P and main user journeys. So we're wanting to define what are the main user types, what are the main user journeys for the MVP of the app. So we have renter, owner, and this is going to be the main journey for each of those user types. So we'll be using Stripe generally for 95, 99% of MVPs. We can use Stripe. That is going to be the easiest to integrate and offer the most options for users and for functionality. Cool, that makes sense. So post-rental review may or may not be required for the MVP version of that. Because, yeah, like I said, what we want to start thinking about, like, if there's no or a few users on the site, how valuable is that review going to be? That will be eventually very, very valuable. So we'll start weighing out those pros and cons. So the other thing we need to define is, what are the required API integrations for the first version of the app? We're going to be using SendGrid, will be used for emails, and Stripe will be used for payments. So are there any other APIs that are necessary? Google Maps. I would say, yeah, that's probably required. Twilio. So again, Bubble built-in APIs. So yeah, that's not an API that we need to connect. That's just a back-end workflow that's in the editor. So we're going to need Google Maps for the MVP. Google Maps, SendGrid, and Stripe API. Put together an executive summary with all the relevant details for the version of this app. Do not. So this is the thing with ChatGPT. You have to continuously reiterate what's important. So remember, this is an MVP. Do not add any unnecessary features or complexity to the version. App, do not add any optional features. Cool. That should be good. So app overview, got the key features, search and discovery. So this is how to build like a really quality MVP that doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but what we want is that core functionality to be built on the MVP. Then all the nice stuff have, like an affiliate program, admin functionality, social login, all that stuff we can add in phase 2 once we actually have users on the platform. Then that stuff is valuable. Anything like that maybe isn't going to be valuable is just wasted time, wasted focus, that we should be improving that core functionality to make it really, really valuable. So here's the user journeys, tech stack. Here's launch focus and development timeline, exclusions, complex search filters. So yeah, that is perfect. Grab this, put it in a Google Doc or a Word doc or something like that. That is going to tell any designer, any developer, any investor exactly what you're looking to build. And you don't have this overweight MVP that has way too much development. It's going to run way over your budget. So let me know once you put this together. Reach out to me, send this, let me know what's important to you, what's not important. You can go to boostercartel.com and go use the MVP calculator. That'll give you a rough estimate of the MVP version of your app. You're able to select all the features that you need in that first version of the app. Let me know if you have any questions, if you need help deciding what features are most important here. And I look forward to talking to you soon and helping you build your MVP.